Hi, I'm Dr. Elliot Adam from ElliotOracle.com. I'm also the author of the award winning Fearless Tarot and Tarot in Love, Consulting the Cards and Matters of the Heart. And both books approach tarot from an empowering perspective, not with that fear, doom, or gloom, or bad outcomes. So if you're looking for a tarot guide that really helps you take your tarot to a more empowering place, you'll get a lot out of these books. And with that housekeeping out of the way, it is time for this week's Oracle reveal. So earlier on my social media, I placed up a photo of three different animals, and I asked you to use your intuition and just ask yourself which animal seems to be calling to you, because that animal has your message. And the three animals were the cheetah, the stag, and the hummingbird. So if you're just joining me now, ask yourself which animal seems to be drawing your attention, because that animal has your message for you. So, for those of you who picked the cheetah animal spirit, cheetahs, I've always loved them since I was a kid. I used to draw them all the time. And what it makes them so magical is their speed. They're the fastest land animal. And yet, that speed only can be used in short bursts of energy. And so, if you're attracted to cheetah at this time, this could be a time where there's a lot in front of you, or where there's a goal that you really want to seize upon, but you also want to moderate your energy. Perhaps you can only give your project short bursts of energy, and maybe you need to recover again. So I feel like this is going to be a time to be tenacious, to stay on the hunt for that thing that you're trying to accomplish, but also to pace yourself. And cheetah is also a very strong survivor in nature. They're against all the odds. They're always getting picked off by lions and things like that. So, cheetah could be coming up as well when you're really drawing upon your own inner survivability right now, where you're really kind of aligning with the survivor within. First card for cheetah is where is it best for you to place your focus? And we get the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is one who governs his emotions, he governs the cup suit. And instead of being ruled by his feelings, the King of Cups rules those emotions. He stays anchored and steady amidst the swirling waves. And the King of Cups could be coming up for you as well because he's a symbol of maturity and wisdom. And as we were talking about with Cheetah, like, relying on the inner survivor, part of what's helped you survive all this time is that wisdom, is that experience. And the King of Cups could say at this time, what you want to do is really draw upon that wisdom. You want to trust your own counsel. Also, this is a time to be mature, to be the adult in the room, and not to get triggered or, swept up into sea by some passing emotions, especially from other people. Instead, let your inner adult take the lead at this time, emotionally speaking. The advice from your inner wisdom, if you're the cheetah, is the Knight of Pentacles, who can sometimes be called the Knight of Unfulfilled Expectations. He can sometimes come in when something in your life isn't quite showing you the result that you want yet. And yet, the Knight of Pentacles is also a symbol of wisdom because in time, his project does grow, or in time, he does become the King of Pentacles. And so I feel with this Knight of Pentacles energy, there might be a disappointment. There might be something that's stalled or feels a little stuck in your life at this time. And that King of Cups combination can indicate that you want to really trust your own inner wisdom, that part of you that has survived things before, or that knows that delays or things that are just kind of like a roundabout way of finally accomplishing something are passing. They're temporary. These are both court cards, yes, but they're also both minor arcana cards. And the minor arcana always has to do with passing situations. So, with that cheetah message, I feel like you want to pace your energy and not exhaust yourself too much with the thing that feels too stuck. But instead, like the King of Cups, look at this in its greater perspective. And the mythic archetype that's going to help you at this time is called the genius, the higher self, or the spirit double. And what the genius is it is the human part of you without all the, life experiences that cause problems. So the quote is, in everything I do, my genius guides the way. Or I would even alter that statement and say, in everything I do, my higher self guides the way. And much like that King of Cups card, there is this sense of letting that maturity, letting that transcendent being within you, the part of you that is able to overcome challenges, let that part of you be the thing that takes the lead. And also with minor arcana cards, don't get hooked into, well, this passing thing is happening and that's stressing me out and then that's making me worried. Instead, you're going to want to really go within, take a breath, and align with that higher part of yourself, that higher wisdom, your higher self, the part of you that is immortal and that can see everything in its proper context. I feel like this is a time to pace your energy. And if you let your higher self take the lead, well, then you're going to get through this just fine. Next, we got the stag animal spirit, and the stag is so noble. If you ever see them walking, they have this regal bearing. And the stag is also a symbol for leadership and taking your power. So if you're attracted to stag at this time, this could be a time when you're aligning with your own nobility and also your own leadership skills. And part of leadership is taking responsibility, not complaining, not whining, not pointing fingers at everything else in the world for why something isn't going right, but instead with the stag just saying, okay, here's how things are, here's where I'm at in it, how can I respond? What can I do with this situation in the best possible way to maintain my dignity and ensure that I get the result that I want? So I feel like, being unperturbed and unflustered, being in that noble bearing of the stag is so important. First card for the stag is where is it best to place your focus? And we got the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is a card of new inspiration. Aces are great to get in a tarot reading. They can indicate that there's a magical energy of new beginnings swirling around you at this time. And this could say that you're feeling inspired or that you might want to act on your passion, act on the thing that your instinct is really telling you to go toward. The Ace of Wands is also a magic wand. So it's really saying that this passion that you're feeling, this new burst of energy, especially as we're looking at the new year and all its unrealized possibilities and potentials, well, this is going to be your time to really take the action on that. But Ace of Wands, I just love that card. It really does indicate that there's something exciting in the air and that you really want to harness that energy. This could be a time to make new choices for yourself, to go in a new direction or a new way. Next is going to be advice from your inner wisdom with this. And we get the Three of Swords reversed. How healing. The Three of Swords can indicate when it's reversed that the old wounds to the heart, you're ready to let go of those. You're ready to let go of those things that might have held you back before. Maybe, with that stag energy as well, that taking responsibility of your life, that taking leadership of your life, part of it has to do with saying, you know what, hanging on to these toxic emotions from before, that isn't serving me anymore. Maybe it's time to let go of that. Maybe it's time to really focus on the new stuff, the things that are coming up in the future that I haven't quite fully realized yet. That's where my potential is. The pain of the past has happened already. And I feel like this is a time of healing for you where you're shifting perspective to something new, to a new possibility. But part of it has to do with your willingness to finally let go of the old challenge. And the Three of Swords, upright or reversed, can be a little tricky because sometimes swords represent power and we want to hang on to even the painful stuff because we think somehow that's going to make us ready or we're going to be more prepared to thwart any pain from happening to us again. But instead it just keeps us in suffering. So I feel like this is a time of a new perspective, might be a time where you're taking your first wobbly steps toward a recovery of some sort. And the mythic archetype that's going to help you appropriately is Asclepius, the god of medicine and healing. Asclepius is the son of Apollo, and his card says, "Within me, I have the power to heal the obstacles to my well-being." I like that. What this can really indicate is that you're needing to think about, well, what are the obstacles to my well-being? Is it an old emotional pattern or old pain I'm hanging on to? Is it an old habit that I've outgrown and I just don't need it anymore? Asclepius is saying that you have the power to heal yourself, but it comes with making a choice, making a decision. And I also feel like it comes from a choice to do something new or different. So I feel like you want to dare yourself to go in a new direction. And New Year's is coming up. This is a wonderful time to really think about, well, how do I want to make this new start? And anything that affects your health, your healing, your well being, Asclepius governs that. And he's basically giving you a confirmation that that is what you want to do. And then finally, you got the hummingbird. So for those of you who've picked the hummingbird, they're like fairies. I'm in England right now, and one thing I really miss is the hummingbirds in the United States. I just love seeing them fly back and forth. They're like little fairies. They just defy logic. They're complete magic. And hummingbird is also just the symbol of joy. And they just lighten up the mood. They just bring joy. They bring that sense of sweet inspiration. So if you're attracted to hummingbird this week, it might be a time for you to find your joy again, to find the thing that lets your heart be light. It might also be the time that you figure out how to be more flexible in the situation, how to fly not just forwards, but backwards, side to side, diagonally, not to be limited by old structures or just the old way of doing things. First card for Hummingbird is where is it best to place your focus? And look at that, we got the Star card. And I don't know who doesn't love the Star card because it is a card of transcendence and wisdom. It's a card as well that helps you look at things from that higher perspective. Also, the Star is the card of hope in the tarot. It's the little pinprick of light that comes after some of the darkest cards of the major arcana. After you escape from the death card and the hangman and the devil and the tower, you get to the Star. And it really does say that the pathway, the faith that you've had in your own song has led the way out of the dark. So I just feel like this is a time where you're touching the thing that helps you feel transcendent, that illuminates things. You're touching on your hope. Next is going to be advice from your inner wisdom. We got the Two of Swords, which is a card of making peace with the thing in your life that's in the in-between. Because the fact of the matter is, we're all in the state of in-between with something or another in our life at any given moment. And sometimes we're so focused on, well, I have to get through the journey. I have to get to my accomplished goal. I have to attain this X, Y, or Z to make my life complete. And until I get that, I can't be happy. And yet, Two of Swords is sometimes saying, you're missing it. The magical times happen in the in-between times, just like at dawn or dusk, when we're in between night or day. There's a mysterious energy that happens. The clouds change beautiful colors. The winds kick up. The birds all go actively to their trees to nest for the night. The deer get up to drink by the pool. So I feel like this is a time where you really want to align with nature because nature is at peace with those in-between times. And so too should you be. The Star is a card of hope, but hope through the darkness, hope during the time that you can't see the outcome. And there might be something germinating beneath the surface right now that you don't want to be too much in a hurry to get through at this time. And the mythic archetype that's going to help you is Thea. And she is the Titan goddess of radiance. And it's from Thea. They say that Thea is the goddess who adds that little glint or glimmer to everything in nature, even the stars, even jewels, even the light in your eyes or crystals or anything that takes the light of the universe and projects it back. And yes, even your charisma. Her card says, I am radiant and allow my true worth to shine. So I feel for the hummingbird, this is a time for you to align with what makes you shine, much like the iridescent hummingbird feathers. This is also going to be the time that you really want to align with your own charisma, your own higher self, the thing that makes you radiant. What gives you your special form of star power? It's time to stop hiding that away. It's time to embrace it and share it with the world. And it's definitely time to appreciate it, to see its worth in your own eyes. So maybe in the mirror, instead of looking at all the things you don't like and, being mean to yourself about this body part or that, or this, blemish or this thing that isn't right, Thea could say, look deeper, look into your eyes, see the beauty that's there. See the charisma and the magic and the starlight that's there, because you can work wonders with that energy when you're in harmony and in alignment with it. And that is this week's Oracle. I hope you did enjoy it. If you like my readings, you'll absolutely love a one on one reading with me, and you can book one of those at elliotoracle.com. Also, I appreciate all of you who like and subscribe to my channel. And if you found this information useful, share it with a friend because it really does help this channel to grow. I hope you all have a wonderful week, whatever it is that you're doing, and I will see you again in the new year here next week. So, Happy New Year to all of you, and do take care.